Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the spoopy woods. Actually, they're not spoopy at all. They're quite nice. They're very
Yay!
pastoral. There's some like nice leaves, and there we saw a scary bunny creature. I personally would find those very frightening, but I'm sure y'all are tough and cool, so you don't have to worry about it.
Way too tough and cool for that to be a
Also,
problem.
you've got a giant
Ichigo
wagon
is
full of meat.
totally tough and cool.
Giant meat wagon. So that's
Yeah, we're one of the scarier things in these woods for sure.
so you're heading out into the woods. Now, before that happens, I'm gonna get a check from poor Michiko, who's being forced, even with her low condition, to drag this cart around, and it's heavy. It's meant for like, pack animal, and not a cool.
Not a cute, short, stocky minstrel who's good at
Exactly.
fighting.
That's right. And like your tambourine is all like out of hand and like jangling around above you. It's still making noise though.
Keeps hitting me in the head.
So what I need you to do, I'm
Good
gonna
cacophonous.
I'm gonna give you a chance to resist exhaustion. So
I want to do
I'm gonna
it.
get you to roll strength plus spirit. I think that makes the most sense for this one.
That's the same as drinking.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah,
roll
that's a hard,
roll manipulation plus empathy? So
there's a
roll.
hard work check, isn't there? Is it those stats?
Yeah, I think it might be the same. I think it might be the same.
Strength
Hard,
and
hard
dex
exercise
is
is
hard
strength and dex.
exercise.
No, I think this is strength and spirit because it's less about getting something done and more about like, gambate, like tough it out.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I roll drinking?
you can you can think about
Or should I
drinking.
add an
while you're
additional check?
No, you can roll the drinking. It's the same check. Now, if you succeed at this roll, I'm gonna say it's gonna be difficulty is 8. If you get an 8 or better, you'll be fine. You'll tough it out. If not, you become exhausted, and I'll give you exhausted 4 as your condition. Then we'll talk about conditions.
Okay. So I'm gonna try my best.
Yo.
I tried.
All right, so you're gonna take a condition, and your condition is, or what are they? They're actually a status effect. You have
See what's in my
you have
status.
exhaustion, yep, and it is exhaustion 4. And I will tell you about what status effects do. So, a status effect. There are times during a journey when travelers will be affected by various types of injury or ill fortune. There are 6 different types divided into 2 categories. The number indicates the strength of the effect and it's how likely you are to succumb to it. A character with a condition equal to or less than this number will suffer the effects. So what's interesting is you stay exhausted until the next day's condition is equal to or higher than the strength of the effect, or someone gives you a healing herb or magic spell. You can also receive aid at a facility in a town or have a healer do first aid. So you can actually get poisoned and not be affected by it necessarily until your condition drops. But you have a lower condition already than exhaustion 4. So your spirit die is going to be a D4 temporarily, as long as your condition is lower. Now I'm curious.
Oh yeah, what was I supposed to do with my condition for my
Oh, I did it
condition?
automatically. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So your condition, because your condition is 3, that's lower than
Oh
your
yeah, I did
exhaustion.
it
It
because I
drops your
read it.
spirit down to 4. Cool.
Let's see how this works.
Yeah, so you feel, what does that look like, right? We see you, there's a moment where you're like dragging this cart through the woods. It keeps getting stuck on like roots and stuff maybe.
Branches.
Yeah, what does it look
Right.
like when Michiko gets, like when you get exhausted and we see your spirit kind of like dwindle?
Uh, I'm like singing really grumpy, like under my breath. Run when you going through the woods and a card is broken. Mm.
It's important to sing a grumbling song sometimes.
And I'm kicking stuff,
Excellent.
kicking a rock. Then one time I kick a root and it really hurts my toe.
Okay, good.
My
So,
foot hurts, and the card is very heavy and it smells.
Yeah, and
Like a
so
bunch of meat in a cart.
it's gonna affect your. It's likely gonna affect your travel check for today because you're feeling kind of tired having to drag this thing around.
Yeah.
So
hard
let's roll. Let's roll our condition or our journey checks. So travel check for everybody, strength plus dex. Now the terrain has changed. You're in the woods now. So woods, highlands, and rocky terrain are difficulty 8 for this travel check.
Guys, I got a fumble point.
Oh
Am I
yeah, Fumbaroo.
Are we supposed to apply terrain bonuses / penalties? Should I check that box?
Yes, but only if you have something that affects your like. You don't have to worry about it unless you have something that affects like woods for you.
Oh, I don't. I only have a thing that affects walking on the road. Wait,
Yeah.
I should have been paying attention to that. What does it do?
That gives you a +1 when you're on a road.
I'm on a road.
Yeah. There's a road
Yeah.
between here and
So I have a +1 to my terrain check.
yes.
But I don't know what that is. Is that now?
That's now. That's this.
Okay.
I forgot to uncheck concentration, but I didn't say I did it, so I only hit an 8.
Okay. 8's fine. 8's what you needed.
And so I'm rolling a travel check right now.
Yeah, and your travel check should be strength plus dex plus your 1 for your shoes plus your 1 for the minstrel.
Okay. So +2.
It should be a total of +2.
Travel check.
Michiko. Aced it. All right. So Yuki and Michiko, despite Michiko, you're being tired and I mean, frankly, your exhaustion from dragging this meat cart around. Like Andrew, like how you cringe every time when I say that.
It's just so gross.
You're not the one
No,
bragging.
it's totally sanitary meat. It's like they're in little paper wrapped cubes or something. It's fine. It's foodstuffs. You can carry up to 99 of them in one stack. So, your grumbling is helping. You don't come into any kind of big problem today in the woods. Yuki, same thing. You're keeping a lookout and doing fine. But something bad happens to Tut. Tut, you fumble, and a fumble means that you quarter your current hit points. So quarter your HP. Something real bad happens to you, and everybody gets a fumble point. So mark a fumble point on your character sheet.
You're welcome, bitches.
So bitter.
Yeah. you weren't even this salty about mage. Wow.
Fumble point 1.
Whoa, that's going to be the new benchmark. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I haven't seen Andrew this grumpy since they were playing mage.
So everybody mark your fumble points, and then tell us, Tut, what misery befalls you in the maple wood.
I wonder if, so I think what happens is I'm like getting all excited about going to Sap Town.
Mm-hmm.
They have all this magic sap and shit. And then I like see one of the trees that should have the sap. I'm like, oh yeah, it's in one of these trees. And I go up and I'm like inspecting the tree. And then I'm just like, look around and I'm just like, boop. And I just like tap it with my axe to try to get some of the sap out of it. But instead, like some like rotting limb of the tree just like falls on me.
Yeah, just
crushed under this tree limb.
Okay. So Yuki and Michiko, do you run to help? Do we see you like pulling the tree limb off, or?
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna run over and help.
Okay.
And it's all like
I mean,
sticky
I
with
might try,
apple
except
rot.
that I'm like attached to a cart and
All
I've got like a
noodly
arm
arms.
tambourine. And I try, but I just hit myself in the head with the tambourine and kind of fall over,
All right. So Yuki, to the
cry a little bit.
yeah, to the sounds of like someone hitting himself in the face with a tambourine and getting frustrated about it. You help Tut lift the branch and free a somewhat worse
Can I
for
just
wear.
tell where the road goes during
Oh yeah.
through the square,
You-
and then
As
see
long
where-
as you end up at the town and it's about the 6 days of squares, you're good to go. Cool. Good. Okay. So let's see how far you traveled in this day through the woods. So who's making the? We have our mapper making the direction check. So, do you want to use your compass spell again?
I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah, that's right. Use those magic points.
It's supposed to be 6 squares total to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Not
I'm
7.
very good at
Okay,
magic,
cool.
so that's good.
Okay. All right. So the compass is working still, and maybe now you've got like a bandage around your head or something, like some
Yeah,
obvious
probably.
sign. Yeah, some obvious sign that you've been recently in a bad way, and and you cast your spell, and the spring magic conjures up a compass, and now Michiko, you can make a direction check. So your direction check is going to be intelligence plus intelligence. Target number is 8, but you have the same +2 as before because you've got 1 from the compass and 1 from your being a minstrel.
Also, I want to cast another spell when this is done.
Okay, sure.
Ooh. You're going to heal yourself.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna heal myself.
Ooh, okay. So not
Better than
quite.
before. Why does my second die always roll a 1 on my direction check? I think
Kind of
broken.
cursed. It's a cursed die. Okay. So Michiko,
At least I have both my bonuses, unlike last time, the last 2
the
times.
thing is she's trying so hard, right? Like you're enthused and Michiko's like just not it's not going good. So I think you lose
I mean, that's still a 7.
yeah, you need an 8 to get through the woods. It would have been fine in the grasslands. So you're a bit lost in the woods.
It's funny because the first 2 times I actually did pass,
Right, we just forgot the
but
rules.
my bonus wasn't calculated properly. And then this time I actually got 1 more than both my previous times, but it's a failure.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
oh well.
So for your direction
Sorry,
check,
everybody.
movement is halved. So you only get halfway through a square today. But you do get a +1 on your next direction check because you're going to still be in the woods next day. So
Okay.
keep an eye on.
I'm gonna add another to my direction check.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we like don't go off path or anything. It just takes a really long time because I'm pulling a cart and there's a whole thing where you got hit on the head with a branch, and so we stick to the path the whole time. It just only gets us halfway.
Yeah. That totally makes sense. Cool. Okay. So at the end of your half day, full day, half journey, you find yourselves in a, I think like an open area of wood, like a thicket, with the last of the day's sun coming down through the leaves, kind of sideways, casting long shadows. It's maybe a chilly evening, maybe you're sitting amongst some stones. There's like some mushrooms growing at the base of the rocks, and this is a place you found to make camp for the evening.
So I think before we make camp, Tut is just like getting sick of being injured and just like, wait a minute, I can do something about this.
Okay.
So they like rub their hands together and take a big long drag off their cigarette, and then I'm going to use Cure plus plus on myself.
Plus.
Excellent.
So I'm casting Cure Touch, but then I have Spring Magic, which gives me Cure plus plus,
Cool.
which makes it get an extra D6.
So how many green sparkles do we see when you cast this spell?
I think like as I'm rubbing my hands together, what comes out?
Well, I mean, I'm going to stop you right there because you don't have enough cure dots to be able to actually heal yourself, but you could perceive yourself and that you're injured. You know you're injured if you want to make a cure spell. I'm sorry, that was cruel of me. Go ahead.
No, I can cast the Cure spell.
Damn right you can.
So Tut like rubs their hands together and blows smoke through them, and as the smoke passes through it, like turns colors and then like starts like looping around their head, so they have this like little personal cloud
Cool.
spinning around them, and it makes them feel better.
Excellent. So it costs you 2 for Cure Plus Plus,
and then another 4 for Cure Touch.
And that buffs Cure Touch. And now you roll Int plus D6.
Int plus Spirit to cast it.
Int plus Spirit to cast, and then Int plus a D6.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
So
Great.
I'm such a good wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Magic Merchant.
I guess I'll just use the thing to roll 2d6, right?
Yeah, totally. Because you're adding them together. Just taking. Oh. Oh no! Well, you can't fumble this result, but you did just roll really poorly.
It's a good thing I'm so good at magic.
Okay.
Anyways, feeling a lot better.
Yeah. How many hit points do you have now?
5 out of 12 instead of 3 out of 12.
Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, so you're casting this spell, and what does it look like that you get such a low result? Like, why does that happen? What do we see from your 2? We see a lot of like fancy sparkles in the cloud and stuff, and it all looks really cool, and then you don't seem too much better afterwards.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just like the injury is way worse than I thought. Or, you know what else it is? It's that my clothes are covered in sap, and I just feel gross.
Right. Yeah.
I'm all like sticky and weird, and yeah.
Yeah, and I think that when you finish casting the spell, maybe you're feeling a little like, you're feeling like the day's travel took a heavy toll on you, and you're sore and achy.
Yeah, and like I spent the whole day walking like this until I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and I think you notice on the ground near your feet there's a feather. It's like short. It's like a little like quill size, like brilliant emerald feather, just like sitting on the ground, and it's like in a beam of like amber sunlight. You just notice it sitting there.
Well, I totally pick it up and put it behind my ear.
Excellent.
Or in my hat. No,
Yeah.
I put it in my like straw sun hat.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. And yeah, I think you feel like a sense of like determination. Like there's even though everything feels a little crappy, there's like this little sense of like, yeah, maybe it'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, at least I got this feather in my hat.
Exactly.
Keeping a positive mind attitude.
Perfect. Okay, let's have you set up your camp for today.
I won't hunt today because we can't.
You've got a cart full of stuff you definitely don't need. Also, Hillary, your trees are fantastic. I'm super into them. Okay, so who's setting up the camp?
Yeah, Hillary.
Pick me.
Michiko's
I already know
okay.
the song.
Or no. Hillary, aka Michiko. I'm sorry. You're getting everyone's character name wrong.
It's okay. It's only the first time you've had to know those names. So.
But Michiko and Yuki are doing it, and I am doing nothing.
Okay. All right. So Yuki, you're gonna help Michiko make the roll.
I shall, yeah.
And my stuff isn't lowered from being exhausted, is it? What goes
You
on?
have a different die. Your spirit die is lowered.
Yeah, but this does not rely on spirit, so.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
A camping check is Dex plus Int.
I help the heck out of you.
Supreme helping. Okay. So you'll get an extra +1 on your camp check.
It makes no difference.
Well, it's a crit, which is true, but it's not every roll that a crit matters on.
No.
So you're gonna get your Dex plus Int, and you're adding 1 for being a minstrel, right?
I have a +2.
And then one from your help, from Yuki.
I try my best. It's
Your best
pretty
is great. Okay, so at the start of the next day, after we eat, everybody's current HP is doubled and their MP is restored. First, though, I want to know, what does it look like when Yuki and Michiko make camp?
I am totally singing the song I wrote yesterday.
Nice.
There's the verse about the tarp and the carp. There's the verse about, like, I don't know, other stuff.
I like it. So you're singing the song you learned before.
Yeah.
And Yuki, what are you doing while Michiko's doing that?
Making the camp.
Right. Yeah. Totally. So what's your reaction to the song? Are you just kind of like grudgingly like going about the business, or do we like catch you like tapping your toe or something?
I think more than I like it, I think Bobby Corwin is getting used to it. And
Oh
he likes
yeah.
it.
So
And
you
he's
have
just like waddling about by the
God.
fire pit that we're setting up.
Michiko, you have accompaniment of little like chirps and squawks from the fat baby bird that's like flopping around. Awesome. Excellent. Okay, so your camp is made. I will pop you over to the rations screen, and we can fill that out. Food and water here. There we go.
All right, triple meat.
Nice. The meatiest. Okay, and then
Okay, we're halfway through our meat.
and then water.
Yeah.
There you go. You got lots of water left. So you all drink from the barrel on the back of your.
I feel
And because
like if I
I'm
drank some water earlier, I wouldn't be so tired.
real nice, we're alternating which barrel we drink from, so that Partridge doesn't have like the one heavy side.
Tilts over.
Mm.
Awesome. All right. So that's the end of today. Let's roll our condition roll for the second day of traveling through the woods. Now, this is an important one for you, Michiko, because you kind of have a target number. If you can get higher than 4 on your condition, you won't be exhausted anymore. You'll wake up having done well. So you should be okay. It should be just an exhaustion for one day kind of thing.
I hope it goes good for me.
Mm-hmm. Everyone else roll.
But I don't get to do anything other than click the button. So, and I hope really hard. I'm hoping. I got higher than 4.
Okay, so not great, but you can get rid of your exhaustion. You're not exhausted anymore.
Okay.
You wake up feeling
Exhaustion.
crummy, but not exhausted.
My condition is
And your condition is 6.
6. My
Whoa,
exhaustion
Tut.
is 0.
Tut and Yuki blowing it out of the water.
Maybe if I didn't have a cart to pull.
I'll pull the cart for you today.
Yeah.
Pulling the cart builds
I'm already
character.
pulling the
Okay.
cart.
Whoever pulls the cart has to make that strength test to resist exhaustion.
Yo, I'm gonna pull the cart. Okay.
Great.
Or the drinking test, strength and spirit. But first, hold on. First, though,
I made one for myself.
I want to know, Yuki and Tut, what your what stat is going to be boosted and why.
Mine is gonna be strength.
Yeah.
Because I've bounced back from injury. It's not that the magic didn't work. It's just that it took a minute to kick in.
You have 6 health, right? No, 6 hit points.
I had 5 previously.
Oh, so you have 10 now. Yeah.
I had 10 now. Okay, I gained
Because
5.
it's double. You double whatever your current hit points are when you succeed at the camping check.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
So,
always
I'm gonna
it's
get
always
that.
double your current.
And then is that the same for magic, or do I regain?
No,
all
you
of
always
that?
regain all your magic on a success.
Okay, cool.
If you fail the camp check, you only recover 2 HP and 2 MP.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I think it's just that the magic like took a bit to kick in, and so this morning I feel great, energized, revitalized, 10 years younger.
Okay, cool.
And I just like spit in the palm of each of my hands, rub them together, and go like lift the cart up.
Yeah, pull your hat on, and we get the morning sun glinting off the emerald feather as we see you tromp over to the cart. Yuki, what stat are you going to boost, and why are you in such a good mood today?
Yuki's in a great mood because I think it starts in seeing that feather, and she's like, oh, yeah, like a part of my journey was going to be to catalog some animals. So she's feeling very intelligent today. So while they're heading through the woods, she's going to be like jotting things down, drawing sketches of like butterflies, which have like feet or something, and I don't know, whatever other cool creatures we come across.
Proboscis.
Yeah. So you're making like sketches. So which stat are you boosting?
Int.
Yeah,
for
that makes
today.
sense because you're feeling thoughtful and kind of observing your surroundings.
Mhm.
Excellent. Okay. All right. So let's have we'll do travel check. Oh no, we'll do cart pulling check, then travel. So
I'm
make
not
a
pulling the
yeah, make a strength and just a drinking check.
I get a 9.
All right, you're fine. So you're okay pulling that cart.
I'm feeling it today, you know?
Yeah. Now you and your gecko are like both beasts of burden, like pulling the cart along. And Michiko, you get a break, and I think maybe you're like your hands are kind of sore from the day before from the rough wood of the cart.
callus.
Yeah. But the
It's
weather.
in a different spot than my regular tambourine calluses. I have tambourine calluses.
Yeah, you work
but
on those.
I have a bit of a blister because of the cart. My arm is sore.
Yeah, you're feeling like a little curmudgeon.
I sing through it. Don't worry. Aren't you glad you have a I'm glad.
Let's see how your day's journey goes. Everyone, please make a travel check. All right.
I got a 7.
So you're one shy. And remember, if you want to spend, you all have MP, so you can all concentrate. If you want to get an extra bonus, it's half your current MP, or you can spend your fumble check. But you got to do it before you roll.
I already rolled, so.
Yeah, Michiko and Yuki, you're fine. Tut, you lose half your current hit points in the day's travel.
Great.
Why is that? Are you just because you're run down from getting that branch smashed on you, or?
I think I have this moment where I look over at Partridge and I'm expecting solidarity now because we're both carrying stuff.
Right.
Just doesn't even just cast shade on me basically the whole
Yeah,
time.
big glassy eye just kind of looks at you. Maybe it's a gecko, right?
So nod, and Partridge is just walking away.
Well, the great thing about because geckos are creepy as hell. He would just be staring at you and just lick his own eyeball, right? Because that's a thing they do, and it's creepy. It's got giant bowling ball sized eyes.
I'm trying to be friendly, and it's just Partridge is just ignoring me, and so by the end of the day, I'm just really bummed out. I'm yeah, my burst of energy from the morning gets all used up, and I end up really run down by the end of the day.
Yeah, your 30-year-old bones just aren't what they used to be.
Not like these, prime of their life 17-year-old grizzled war veterans.
Exactly, grizzled monster hunters.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So there's an event. There's a what's the game called? So a turning point in the forest. So at some point, I think in the kind of early afternoon, just before you would have a snack or something, Yuki, you come across some strange tracks. The tracks cut across the path, probably somewhere around here, maybe. And
I was gonna put them on. Yeah.
They look like small human-shaped handprints, just after one after another, and they cut across the track here.
Hey everyone, there's some tracks here. I think I'm gonna follow them and try and find what's going on. I mean, I've been writing, see here, about all the things that we're finding in the woods, so it would be a shame to waste this opportunity.
I'm just red-faced with a half-finished cigarette in my mouth, hauling this cart of meat, and I just blow smoke at you.
I love too the master the smoker inhale of you inhale without touching the cigarette and then exhale at the other side of your mouth.
And I totally take that to mean, oh yeah, I guess we are running low on meat. I guess I can do some hunting in the evening as well.
So now you're Michiko, you're a minstrel, so if you want to make a check.
I do want to.
You can do that. So it's int.
I want to use my powers of knowledge of tradition.
All right. So old songs and legends. Int, please. Yeah, nice. Got a 9. Okay. So an old story, an old wives' tale about a woman whose husband. She lived in a cottage out by the edge of the woods with her husband, and her husband was a drinker. He liked to drink, and he was no good for nothing, and they were slowly he was drinking their money away, And one day she was out in the woods collecting acorns to make acorn bread when she saw some strange tracks that are like the ones that you see here, some strange tracks of like someone walking on their hands. And she followed the tracks because she was a curious person in a fairy tale, and that's what they do. And she followed the tracks, and she found a golden egg with legs with hands on the end, a walking egg. And she cornered the egg and cracked it open and found a pile of gold inside. And she used that gold to move to the city and start a new life. And
the husband in the woods.
yeah, leave him alone. He'd drink himself to death. He doesn't matter.
Nice.
So she abandoned her no good husband because she found this treasure inside this elusive walking egg. So yeah,
I tell everyone about that song that I know.
Yeah, you tell them that story.
Whoa! Isn't this a bit like that song where there's a woman and then there's a thing and then the chorus is like, and the egg walked on its head, and then there's a part and then she cracks it open and then night falls. You remember that song? You guys know that one?
I don't know that song, but that sounds really interesting. I'll definitely follow them.
Do you think that maybe if there's an egg, you should crack it open and give me some of the money?
Sure. If I find an egg with gold in it, then I'll share the money.
Look,
looking very
find
skeptical.
anything. It's a 40-30-30 split. We already agreed to this at the beginning.
Sure, fine.
All right.
Why don't I go and have a look?
So you want to try and track the walking egg?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I drew it on a map.
Those are good tracks. This map is fantastic, by the way. Okay, so tracking an animal, you make a strength plus int check.
Yep.
And and if you succeed, and I'm gonna roll against you. I'm gonna roll some dice too. Let me find the walking eggs.
Yeah, well.
Let me find the walking egg stats here.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna use that fumble point.
Yeah, you're gonna concentrate.
Concentrate.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can also use half your MP if you want to double concentrate to get a total of +3.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Perfect.
Super concentrate.
The walking egg, a new Walking Dead spin-off. Yeah, exactly. Fear the walking egg. Okay, so walking egg has abilities. Let's see.
Surely that's like something you've written down, not in the PDF. Please be. Actually, I don't know what's better, if it's in the PDF or not.
It's totes in the PDF. I don't know what you're talking about.
The walking egg?
This is core Ryuutama gameplay right here.
Yeah, walking egg, page 178. It's in the book.
But
Would you like me to read the description for you?
Yes.
Well, wait until I track it down.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll describe it to you then. Perfect. Okay.
It's an egg with legs. It's walking.
Egg.
It is an egg. Okay, so I'll roll. I'll roll some dice.
Matt, you guys ever played Where's an Egg? You ever played that game?
Oh, I only got a 4. All right, track on.
You're about to get crushed. I can't do that.
It's fine. It's like, whoa! All right. Yes, you get a critical success.
He's like, I need to go look for this egg. It's right there.
Yeah. Boom, motherfucker egg. There he is. Okay.
The crit 15.
So
Egg, there
listen,
it is.
there are three kinds of egg. There's walking eggs, running eggs, and riding eggs. Thank you, Japan.
I'm
Go
trying to
on.
move
I'm
around
listening.
these little bits, which is why there's a lot of things happening.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so the walking egg is active during the spring. It is monster number 2 in the Great Dragonica, the Handbook of Monsters. I will read the description to you. A mysterious 30-centimeter tall egg with human-like arms and legs that can be seen walking around the world. Many people have tried to solve the mystery of where they came from and what they're going to become, but so far, none have.
Yeah, well, Yuki hasn't tried yet.
I'm gonna point out I went to the effort of finding a sprite for this egg. So
Oh my god.
here's the egg.
An egg is too big.
He has a-
Make the egg smaller.
He has
Oh, do I have to
Eggs are
fight the
very
egg now?
small.
he has a tiny spear and shield.
Is this true of the walking egg that we were dealing with here?
So so here's what you see. You stalk the walking egg. It has arms and legs, but only hands at the end of its appendages. So sometimes it like flips upside down and runs on its feet, and vice versa. But yes, this little egg has a spear and a shield, and is like marching up and down in a little clearing with his spear in his hand. And you just see him.
The things the wrong direction.
You see the egg. Oh, you want me to put him up here? Okay. There you
Yeah,
go.
put them
All I
up here.
hear
That's where the
is
hands
the
went.
Wizard's Apprentice theme from Fantasia.
Yeah,
now.
he's patrolling this little clearing, just like walking back and forth with this little tiny spear. He's about like this, I guess this big, with 30 centimeters, like a ruler. Yeah. Yeah, he
Stop.
doesn't
We
see
have
you.
to get that egg.
Yeah, he doesn't see you because he has no eyes, but he doesn't perceive you either.
And are we like there as a group, or is this just Yuki?
This is just Yuki. Yeah.
Damn, 1-on-1.
I want to.
Eat a omelet.
Yeah, I want to get it. Can I trap it instead of like, or should I like fight it? I don't. What's the?
I think this is the part where the screen gets all blurry, and then we get you and the egg.
Oh yeah, I'll fight an egg. I'll fight an egg.
Yeah, I'll fight an egg. Okay. All right. Well, the egg is a small foe, and it should be quick for you to be able to dispatch. So let's head over to the battle map,
Oh god.
and I will re-add the egg.
I didn't get this far in reading it. Actually,
That's okay. It's really simple.
Okay.
Let me look at my tokens. All right.
Okay,
Astute
bro.
viewers have already detected. Yes, this egg is from Breath of Fire. It is a Breath of Fire egg. Do you want, Dave? Do you just want to use your little character icon for now?
For now, yeah, I'll do
the little Dave. Okay. All right.
an egg and an egg and an egg.
Okay. So here's an egg, and here's you. And the walking egg. So you jump in, and we get the blurry, swirly effect, and then it's you and the egg. And so the way fights work is we pick some items that are present. I'll walk us all through it because it's our first time doing a battle. So let me just grab 1 second. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this page so that I can change the page and come back to the walking egg stats. There we go.
Where's an egg is an actual thing.
Yeah,
What?
it's a for real walking egg.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Okay.
Yeah, Andrew's linked the thing. It's real.
Okay. So the walking egg, you're gonna fight it, and in combat, we make an initiative roll, like many other things. So we decide on 5 objects in the area. So I think you pick one, then I pick one, you pick one. Like we go back and forth. Determining what objects there might be. Objects strewn around the battlefield, things that suit the area. Players and GM come up with the objects suitable at hand. So you name an object that might be in this clearing.
I would like for there to be a rock face behind the egg.
Okay.
Because I've tracked it to somewhere that I'll be able to corner it.
Okay. A big rock. Okay. I think I will add a pile of leaves.
Okay. I don't have to like add my own sword, do I?
No, these are just objects that are laying around the battle. There's an optional rule, one of the Ryujin, where if you roll a fumble in combat, a pail of water falls out of the sky and lands on your head. It causes you 1 damage and then becomes an object that's in the area.
What's the difference between the objects on either side of the battlefield?
I think it's just where the objects are.
Okay.
If we were at a table, this would be turned so that I would be on one side and you'd be on
Yeah.
you as a group would be on the other.
So
Okay.
I think you wanted the big rock and pile of leaves to be behind the egg, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean this doesn't indicate where they are. Yeah, they're just ways for us to keep track of them.
Okay. I want there to be a log with a really big mushroom growing out of it.
Ah, okay. All right. Let's change that here. So a log with mushrooms. Okay, mushroom log. And then I will add in. Let's see. What else would there be? I'm always down for suggestions too if people have thoughts about what might be around.
A tree, a fallen limb of a tree,
A tree.
a
Yeah.
flop snout.
That's not an object. That's a creature. Let's see.
A pine cone.
Yes, I like that. I like that there could be a pine cone. Okay. Actually, we talked about it being a maple forest, so let's acorns.
It's a.
Chestnut?
None of those are all different trees.
I know, but maple trees don't make any nuts.
Yeah, they have seeds.
There's
Um,
seeds that have
that
those
little
twirly-
helicopter.
those
Okay.
helicopter seeds.
Those little helicopter seed pod things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Always a
What
maple
are you gonna do
forest.
with that in combat?
It's not
Shit.
my. It's fine. You just figure it out. Okay. Do you have another idea, Dave?
Yeah, I want there to be a small version of one of the wild tree glowing fruits to light up the area.
Nice. Okay. A glow fruit.
Because it fell from an incredible height.
It's a meteor. Okay.
What about an empty bird's nest?
So with our 5 objects, we've got the objects we need. Part of the reason too that there's another set of 5 is that for boss battles you can have up to 10 objects.
Ooh, I get it. That's why I was confused about why they were all going in one object thing.
Yeah.
I get it.
So we've set up the objects. These are just like around. You can call on them. Now in combat, you can take an action. We roll initiative, and then you can take actions. And because there's only 2 of you, we'll just go back and forth. Your actions are you can move, so you can move from the front area to the back area. You'll only ever occupy your side of the egg. If you're in the front area and they're in the front area, you can attack them with melee weapons. If you're in the back and they're in the front, or you're in the front and they're in the back, you can't. You have to use missile weapons.
Right.
You can move from one area to the other. You can cast a spell. You can assess the situation to give yourself a new initiative roll. So you can move yourself up the initiative order in lieu of taking a turn. Obviously, in this case, you won't need to. You can defend, so you focus only on defense, and if you take damage, it's reduced by 1 next turn. In addition, you can block for other people. It's like the Knight ability from Final Fantasy. You can jump in someone's way. You can attack, and if you attack, you make an accuracy check, and then if you hit, a damage check. And you can use an item as long as it would take you 10 seconds or less to use that item. You could use it.
Right.
Same with a skill, and you can perform any other action that takes about 10 seconds to do. Now the items, the like objects, you can use these objects for getting like a bonus if you can describe how you use the objects. So let me see. There's like a specific rule about that. You can't concentrate on a damage check, which we knew already. You can, each object, let's see, you find useful objects. There's a couple of other things you'll be able to do at level 2 or higher.
Right.
Okay. So you can use an object. If you can describe using an object in your attack check, you get a +1 to it, but then that object is used up.
Right.
And we remove it. Cool. So it's just a way to kind of narrate like stuff that's in the scenery.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. So you describe a way your character uses the object during an attack. It gets a +1 bonus to accuracy, and then it's used and goes away. So it's kind of like a stunt system where like you already described one, right? Like pincer attack with the big rock behind it and trying to smush it up on the side. Cool.
Okay.
So let's roll initiative first.
All right.
We should have said there was a cast iron skillet in there because you know the egg's gonna be afraid of that shit.
Cruel.
All right, be that.
Okay, so my initiative, the eggs initiative is just 9. It just I don't roll for
Okay.
monsters. So you got a 12, so you get to go first. So Yuki, and then egg,
Egg.
egg, and the egg is probably not going to fight. The egg is probably going to try to run away. So for that, for running away, at the end of a round of combat, if your initiative, oh, that's cool. So it's based on initiative. So it's actually you're too fast for it to run away. So we're seeing the egg like dashing around the clearing, trying to get away from you, like panicking and like bumping into stuff and falling down, and it can't get away because its initiative is too low.
Because Yuki is incredibly fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old monster hunter.
That's true. Yeah. All right. So Yuki, you get to take an action. You are in a position to attack. Because you tracked it, you get a +1 to what damage? I think.
What's that?
For your hunter ability. Yeah, +1 bonus to damage against a monster you tracked with this skill.
Might that possibly be a +2 because I crit it?
It is not. No.
I did crit the heck out
You
of that
did.
tracking.
I saw it. I'm looking at it right now, but no, it does not. Okay. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack it, and I think I'm going to try and corral it so that it backs up against the rock, so that I can get in close and slash with my katana.
Perfect. All right. So you're going to use the big rock, so you get a +1 to your accuracy.
Yep. And am I looking to beat an opposed roll by it to dodge?
Yeah. So the way that the hit works is you make an attack. The target number is equal to the target's initiative. And then if you hit, then you roll a damage check. So your target number is 9 to hit the egg.
Okay, and then you can concentrate on an attack roll, but not a damage roll.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that as well then.
Okay.
For a total of +3.
So you like juke back and forth a little bit. The egg runs one way, bonks into a tree, turns around, and then realizes it's pinned between you and this big rock that it was patrolling in front of.
Okay, yep. Let's go. Boom.
There you go. All right, so you hit it, and once you strike the egg, you can do your damage to it, and that is just whatever your damage is on your sheet +1.
Yeah, how do I decide what the damage is scaled off for this? Is it just strength?
Yeah, it'll be based on your weapon. So if you're using,
I'm using a blade.
your egg. Your damage is strength +1. So you roll your strength die. It'll do it for you automatically.
Okay.
But remember that you get an additional
+1.
+1. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, it's a bit of an anticlimax because this egg only has 4 hit points. So
Oh.
you describe it. You crack the egg open, but what does it look like? So you chase the thing back and forth, and then leap at it with your sword.
Yeah, I mean, it's because I've put all my concentration into it and I've tracked it. I feel like I'm only gonna have to do it with one strike, so I definitely do the AI style strike with the katana. Like once it's backed up, it like bumps into the rock, turns around to me, and I'm just like, I draw out and I just cut the entire thing in half, and like
Nice.
the top half of the egg falls off, and all the gold falls out. It
Yeah,
says gold.
yeah. So you slice it, and maybe there's like a scratch in the rock behind it from like the tip of the katana, like slicing against it, and the egg just slides apart, and then gold coins go like flying out of the egg.
Yeah, and the egg goes red and shakes a bit and disappears.
Disappears. Yeah. So so you defeat the egg, and you can. So there's a special thing in case you encounter these eggs again, where if you roll on your damage exactly the number of hit points that it has, like if it has 4 and you deal exactly 4 damage, everyone in the party gets 100 experience.
Wow.
It's just like a thing that is part of the egg, I guess.
I guess I have to be less good next time.
Yeah,
Jeez.
don't hit it so hard. So you get rid of you defeat the walking egg, and you recover some gold. You recover some materials from the egg. So I want to see if you have to roll. The spoils gained by hunter or artisan succeed on a trapping skill. Yeah, so you have to harvest it now.
Right. Okay.
Get
What am I
some-
doing for MP?
And yes, I'll hand out some experience points later.
Okay. I think I've got.
You thought there was going to be a big fight, but the yoke's on you.
Oh my god. Please no.
Fight's over. Easy.
Ha ha. No. Low.
I'm gonna spend I think my last concentration of the day for this one.
Okay.
Some MP. That'll take me down to, well, I don't know. Do you round up or down when you half your mana MP?
Rounded. I think it's rounded down. Let me check for the actual roll. Let's see. Actually, yeah, everybody's. Your cameras are all frozen, but I can still hear you.
Okay.
It's not me for once.
Our internet was.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh, hi, Adam. Welcome
Hi.
back.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me fix that for everybody. There we go. Okay, cool. We're good. Thanks for toughing that one out. Okay, so anyway, as we were saying, the egg. You got to make your roll. So let's see. You want to use concentration.
Yep, I was going to use my MP, and you said we should round it, and then it dropped off.
Correct. Yeah, it's rounded. We'll double check if it's rounded up or down.
It would have to be rounded up, or you could do it forever.
Concentration costs half your MP. Rounded up.
Oh, okay.
But if you get to 1, then you're knocked unconscious after you do it. That's how that works.
Okay, well, I'll go down.
Oh, okay, cool.
To prevent
I'll go for-
doing it forever. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got another one in me after all. That's quite nice. Okay, let's get some cool stuff. Yeah.
Okay. What's the target number for trapping? Does it say on the ability? Hunter
The monster,
trapping.
the monster's level doubled or something like that.
Let's see. Hard success, skill effect, monster level ×2. Okay, so a walking egg is I think a level 3 monster. Oh no, it's only
Cool.
level 1. Yeah, so you ace it.
Right.
Okay, so you harvest the material. You can harvest. It's actually it's not gold coins. It's the pieces. The inside of its shell is made of gold. It's like a backwards chocolate egg. The regular egg's on the outside.
Like a Kinder Surprise.
Yeah, like a Kinder Surprise. The inside is made out of gold. You can harvest 1,000 gold from the
Whoa.
egg. Yeah, 1,000 gold from the egg, and four rations for food. So it's the yolk inside is edible. I think it's probably like candy, like jelly or something. So like this yellow.
It's like marzipan or something.
Yeah, totally.
I want it to be like a Cadbury cream stuff.
Nice. Yeah, totally. It's the like kind of gloopy sugar syrup. And you can scoop some of that up and recover it if you want, if you can carry it back.
I'll
But the
I'll have to
shell-
go back and help.
The shell takes 3. It's a 3 slot or like a 3 heavy item. You should have room in the cart though.
Yeah, and Partridge can actually carry more than he's currently carrying too. So
Yeah.
we can make it happen.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's do. You bring the loot back. Let's do that. I want to see what that scene is. Then we'll do the last camp for the day before you leave the woods.
Okay, so I come back like holding this egg like barely. I mean, in reality, it would take me going backwards and forwards like a bunch of times because I can only. I don't have much.
You just like stack all the pieces of shell inside the biggest piece of shell, and then you carry that.
Yeah, carrying this thing.
And I come back with this, and I think you see, like the shining, like the gold, like reflecting out, like as I come back holding this again,
Right.
like another fruit of my like hunting, and it's like glowing. Maybe you think it's because you expect it to be gold, but it actually turns out that it is.
Isn't it nice when
Well,
that
and
happens?
it's all concave, right? So it would actually like reflect light in interesting ways too.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, so you recover it. Now did we do a no, we haven't done, so we don't know how far you got this day. Let's see if this is where you stop or if you press on and finish the travel through the woods. So you're gonna where are you gonna put those three weight worth of eggshells?
Just chuck them all in the cart, Dave. We got lots of room.
Yeah, there's
Can we
room.
go in the cart because we ate 3 meat?
Yep, that makes
Well, we've
sense.
eaten a total of 6 out of the cart.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah.
Gold egg weighs 3, and we have 3 rations from it, then that's perfect.
Yep, sounds good.
Excellent.
All right, well, I'm going to cast my compass spell
Okay,
again.
go ahead.
So, like, while we've been waiting, I've just, like, picked up a couple stones. And I think this time I'm doing a, like, casting the stones kind of thing, where I've drawn this little, like, circle, and there's, like, a pattern in it, and I throw the stones. And I get a 7.
Okay. All
Right.
right.
Does that count as helping me then?
It does indeed.
So I get a +3 this time because we're still in the woods and I'm
Yes,
a
you have your bonus
mentor.
+1 from the woods. Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Excellent.
do success.
So you do
Oh,
get
gosh.
a day of traveling. So you actually end your
Halfway through the next.
halfway through the grasslands. Yeah, the next one.
Okay.
Good
let me
stuff.
just-
So you'll make
All
your
right,
next
we're back
check.
into grasslands.
Yeah, you'll make your next check using grasslands difficulty.
I love grasslands. That's where I'm from.
They're so grassy.
Yeah, I'm just having to. I just need to look at the overall space to make sure that I take 6 to get there because I had to figure out how to
Sure.
get up one. But I
Yeah,
think.
I mean it doesn't have to be super accurate, right? We just need to have 6.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I'm drawing a map.
We need to have 6 boxes filled in with stuff.
Yeah, that's why I had to do a transition at the corner of one.
Okay. So you do your navigation, and that will give you, that'll give you a nice journey. And at the end of the day, we need checks for everybody. And again, because you're in the grasslands, it'll be a little bit easier.
This is a condition check.
This is a camping check. So
Very good camp checks.
one person makes camp. It's the same as what we've been doing.
I can help camp again.
Okay. Yuki, make your camp check for me.
I'm gonna try to heal myself again
Okay. Instead of camping.
instead of helping. Yeah.
Okay.
Oops. It's not supposed to have the +2, but it's still a 7.
Okay. It's still a help. Okay. So
And then I'm making camp.
it sounds like yep.
So I have a +2 then, right?
Correct. Yeah.
How does it go?
Boom! It goes critically. Awesome. So, for a critical camp result, at the start of the next day, everyone recovers all their hit points and magic points and gets a +1 bonus to that day's condition roll. It is like the best possible camp it could be. Describe.
Oh, so I don't need to heal myself.
No, you don't. Describe, Michiko. Describe your perfect camp. You're about a half day's travel away from those woods. You're not carrying the cart today. You get to set up camp. What does it
I had
look
a
like?
lot more time to work on my song, and I think that's like one of the major things here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got like multiple verses now. You know, there's the first you hang a rope to string your tarp, then you all can eat some carp. You're going to all lie down in your tent. If from the road you're feeling spent, and then you set up a nice fire around which you will all retire, and
You're good at this.
for that you need some kindling, which looks like a wheel spindling. Anyways, it's a very effective song that helps me remember all the steps of making camp and also puts me in a good mood.
It's
So, yeah.
it's perfect. The camp, we get a nice like warm breeze through the grasslands. The sunset falls on this beautiful fire, and you're all sitting around warm and feeling good. Even the yak gecko is feeling good about it. everyone consume a ration and a water.
I want to eat the egg.
Okay, so we got.
But is the egg gonna last us? Do we know how long things are gonna be before they go bad? Should we eat the meat first?
So rations last.
Is that even a thing?
Yeah, that's.
No.
I was
Fresh
gonna
rations
say.
go bad faster.
It's the thing about a lot of games doing similar things. You have to be like, which game?
I
was
thought I
that
read
from?
that part. Though,
I think
but
so too. I think there's like a specific kind of ration.
in
Let's see.
in the items section.
Yeah, it sure is. Here we go. Facilities, specialty goods, animals, food. Here we go. A single day's ration of food goes bad in 24 hours. Yeah, so the 3 you got from the egg will go bad. And I guess technically that meat should have gone bad, but that's okay. We'll see you cured it.
Sure.
So
It's a kind where it's like a steak. You just let it age. We're
you
letting
can
it age.
you can eat the egg tonight because the egg gave you
Okay, so we still have 6 meat basically.
yeah, 6 cured meat, but we'll remember that for next time.
Yeah, I mean, I can just make the hunting checks more regularly from now on.
It's
we
just funny
drank
because you're
3
like,
water.
yeah, I get 12 meat that's all going to go bad in a day. So we eat 3 of it and the rest just, I don't know, throw it in a ditch.
Well, can we
Nice.
make a roll to cure it or convert
Yeah, I
it?
mean, I think that's like a thing that you could do. But like a
And do-
failure would make it like disgusting or something.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. That's worth doing for future stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
and you've
seeing as how I don't need to cure myself,
yeah.
does anyone want to change their hair color and hairstyle and get makeup?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I
So
think
how
since
do you
we have
how do
this
you
really
offer
nice
that?
camp,
Yeah.
Tut's just gonna like sit down and be like, "So, anyone need a haircut?"
Cute.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Yuki's like pulling at her fringe, and she's like,
That means bangs. I'm translating.
"Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was a different word in them."
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
fine. Everyone's caught up.
All right. And she says, "Yeah, it felt nice while I was in the mountains. The blue was all like with the dark rocks and stuff. But it's a bit, it's brighter here. It's spring now. I could do with a different look."
Tut's like, yeah, probably like red or something. And I start like
Yeah.
waving my hands over your hair and like using like I guess I have like a traveling knife or something. So I start like kind of sawing parts of your hair off kind of roughly.
Nice.
Yeah, I want it to be all spiky this time. Spiky red.
But
Palette swap.
also your hair starts growing
Yeah.
really quickly.
Magic.
And I'm just like kind of fussing over it and like pulling things into shape, and they just like your hair just like stays there. It's like pull it up, it just sticks up. And it's like slowly turning red over the
Yeah,
course of
yeah.
this.
Well, it's awesome because it changes, but it takes a full day to grow into the new. Like your hair has to blossom, basically.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Okay.
Oh, so you know what? In fact, I'm actually like wrapping it around your head like a little like pod almost, and then it's gonna bloom over the course of the
Totally, it'll open up and your new red spiky hair will emerge and the little leaves will fall off. Oh, that's so good.
It's like the leaves are like stuck to it.
This
Okay.
is literally
Assuming I
the
do it right.
cutest role-playing game I have ever played in my entire life.
Yeah, no, for real.
It's adorable.
I succeed.
Yes, it's true. Because it's only if you don't fumble. So you're like, let me just like, yeah,
You've
totally.
probably not done a teenage girl's hair before.
Nice.
I mean, you're a magical minstrel. I mean,
And so yeah, I like pulled
Probably.
leaves from elsewhere and I like lick them and fold them onto your head.
Yeah, you've got like actual leaves that you're making like kind of a like wrap out of them, and I totally
In
imagine
fact-
it
the
being
scalp
like
poultice.
I'll like
Yeah, but
Pikmin.
I'm actually using Partridge's spit. So I like grab a leaf and just like reach towards Partridge's face
Yeah,
with it.
and Gecko's just like blah.
Can you put us back on the map so I can keep map drawing?
Definitely. Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Great. Well, let's take our last break there, and we'll come back with a brand new Yuki when we get back and cross the grasslands. Stick around. We'll be back right after this.